who needs all the calories that come along with it? Well, Jennifer Iserloh is here. She's the host of LiveStrong.com's Food Courting, and she's here to show us how we can all have some great comfort food and still shed the pounds.
Ooh, yeah, we can still have comfort food.
Welcome back.
Absolutely. And you know, everyone loves the flavor of those food courting and fast food favorites. Burgers and fries, Mexican, pizza, I love it too. But who loves what it does to your waistline, your wallet, or more importantly, your overall health?
Yeah. No one likes that.
No way.
So you're going to show us some great alternatives to those?
Right. And the good news is you can have all those delicious savory treats that you get in the food court when you cook them at home the healthy way.
So can we talk about breakfast first? Like the things that people do is they get coffee and they'll get some eggs, and that has a lot of calories, right?
It does. And traditionally you think, you know, egg and coffee, that's a pretty healthy combo. But you know, when you're getting it out, you could be getting up to 40 grams of fat in a meal.
Yikes.
But my food courting version of this beautiful bacon, egg, and cheese cuts out tons of fat.
And it looks delicious.
Well, we've got our turkey bacon here that you can do in the oven. I have salsa instead of mayonnaise, and then I mix whole eggs along with egg whites, so you still get that delicious golden color, but not all the fat. And of course, we've got some fiber from our whole grain bun. Next, we've got our coffee, and who can resist delicious, aromatic, rich coffee? I know it's one of my weaknesses, but the trick is to make it a lot leaner by using skim milk. And you know, something like this in a coffee shop can add up. It can be up to 500 calories. Now, what I'm putting on top here is a little unsweetened cocoa powder just to give it a little bit of lift with hardly any calories and a lot less fat, so you can avoid that calorie trap of those gourmet coffee
Yeah, because a
drinks.
lot of people say if you're not losing weight and you're trying to, that the reason could be what you're drinking.
Right, and this guy is only 100 calories, and you can make it in advance and keep it in the fridge and just warm it in the microwave.
Versus how many calories in another cup?
You're
of
looking
coffee?
anywhere from
500.
3 to 500, but you don't know unless you look it up on the internet.
Yeah, and you don't want to look, trust me. So now we're talking about lunch.
Right, and lunch is one of those things where, you know, you get the sandwich. It's a very traditional, classic American lunch. It's easy. It seems healthy too because you've got, you know, your lean lunch meat and some lettuce, but it can be a salt slick. You can be getting up to 3,000 milligrams of salt in just one sandwich.
3,000?
And that's more than you should have in a whole day.
Yeah.
So this guy has a lot less salt because I get rid of all those crazy toppings, the high salt pickle, the mayo, and what I've got here is a wonderful artichoke topping that I use frozen artichokes with instead of using the can that cuts way back on the sodium. It's creamy. I use Greek yogurt, a little bit of low-fat mayonnaise, but it really helps to reduce the salt and the fat. So you're skimming off almost 15 grams of fat with this dish.
And then just mix it all up in a bowl?
I throw it in a food processor and blend it.
The thing I like about your dishes too is that they actually taste good. They still
And
taste
they
good.
look like the real deal, and I think that's important with healthy eating.
Okay, we've got about a minute left, and I want to talk about the enchiladas, the food court enchiladas, and the rice and the beans. A lot of sodium there.
Right, and you'll find this recipe on livestrong.com as part of the series. But the thing I love about this food courting dish is that it's enough to feed a whole family.
Yeah.
We're cutting way back on the sodium. The rice and beans, that seems okay. Beans, heart healthy, right? But again, totally filled with sodium. 2 servings of beans, takeout beans, are your sodium for the whole day. So the way I cut back on the salt here is by adding savory lime, lots of spices. And then with the chicken enchiladas, here's a place where I was really able to ramp up the nutrition. There's spinach inside, which nobody notices. They always think it's cilantro or parsley. And spinach is like the superhero of the vegetable world. You've got vitamin A, C, folate, and then we swapped out the white tortillas for whole grain one, which gives us
wheat
a lot
tortillas.
of fiber.
This is good tips. Thanks
great.
again, Jen.
Thanks, Jen.
It's great being here.
All right, and if you want to find these healthy and delicious recipes, you can go to our website, bettertv.com, and then click on the recipe tab.